Okay guys, I'm doing a little bit of an update today, kind of a vlog video on what's going on lately with the truck. I'm discovered a bit of a vibration issue in my steering wheel these past few days. It started happening over the weekend, and like it's not like a death wobble or anything. It's more so just like an actual like vibration jar type of feeling. Like I'll be driving down the road here, and you know, I'll be going to about 60 kilometers an hour, and the steering wheel will kind of just start vibrating. And it's not like a side to side sort of thing. It's just a vibration that you feel in the steering, as well as even in the gas pedal. Not as much in the gas as the steering wheel, but it only happens if I put my foot on the accelerator. If I take my foot off of the accelerator, then the vibration will stop. But as soon as I go back on the accelerator, the vibration will start up again. And like this vibration is bad enough that like this is my phone holder, and my phone will vibrate while I'm driving, and like all the stuff in here, like I had to take a bunch of the stuff out of here. Like I had some extra battery terminals and some stuff in here, and I got like my knife in here, and just like, you know, just a bunch of crap, you know, a little crap in there. And the vibration was so bad that it was like jostling all this stuff like up and down, and like you're trying to drive and it's like, holy shit, this is getting so annoying. And it's like, oh, I had to take it all out because it was just that bad. Okay, so as soon as this vibration stuff started happening, I crawled under the truck. Like it happened when me and my girlfriend were out for a drive, and it started happening. It just came out of nowhere. Like, and so I finally got like pissed off enough with it that when we got to a parking lot, I'm trying to figure out what's causing this vibration. So I curled underneath the truck, and the first thing I'm looking at is like U-joints. And I mean, there's only so much you can do when you're one guy who's not a mechanic, you know, moderately mechanically inclined, but not a mechanic. And you know, you're in a parking lot and it's winter time. And so I just crawled under looking for like the obvious stuff. But long story short, I found, I don't know how well this will show up, but there's a pretty considerable size soak spot from like, see if I can see here, all around the pinion seal, like where the drive shaft meets the rear axle. And I had these axles rebuilt with master install kits, like the whole, like new seals, new bearings, new races. I had the gears changed, and the front ones as well. And I took the thing to my mechanic, and we did find that one U-joint had to be replaced. We replaced that U-joint, but that was still not causing the vibration. And that U-joint was the U-joint on the rear drive shaft. It was the front U-joint of the rear drive shaft. But like just by looking at that, like, and that was not like that like 3 days ago or 4 days ago before this started happening. So it leads me to believe that a bearing is let loose in there. Like one of the bearings that I had replaced has already let go. And I'm assuming that the blown bearing in the rear has shattered the seal, making that soak spot appear. It's not on the rear of the axle, it's just the soak spot's only on the front of the rear axle. And on the front axle, when my mechanic had this sucker up on the hoist, like you can see a little bit of a soak spot happening on this front axle too. Like you can kind of see that darkened oily spot. This front drive shaft, like where the front of it meets the pinion, there's a considerable amount of play, like up, down, and a little side to side there. So that also leads me to believe that the front bearing has probably also let go. And I mean, I'm no driveline expert by any means, but I would think that if a bearing in the driveline is shot like that, and that drive shaft is turning at like a really high RPM as you're driving, like if that bearing is shot like that, the pinion goes through, like that's going to cause you all sorts of vibrations at a pretty good speed, especially when you're in something this big and heavy. So I'm having some warranty work done to it tomorrow, actually, 4-wheel parts. They're gonna look at it and take the differentials apart, replace whatever needs replacing, because I only had that done like back in June of 2016, sorry, 2017, and yeah, I got the warranty and all that stuff on them too, so that shouldn't be a problem. They're just gonna replace whatever needs replacing, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that that'll cure my vibration problem, because everything else is tight in this thing. I mean, I got new ball joints, new wheel bearings. That front drive shaft is actually new. That was only put in like a year and a half ago. All new U-joints in this thing. Sway bars are freshly rebuilt, so I don't even think that would even come into the equation, but you never know, right? And, yeah, tires are all balanced. That was my first thing, was I thought it might have been the tires. Maybe a wheel weight had come loose, but that wasn't the case. And I also thought that maybe there could have been some ice or some snow buildup on one of the tires or one of the wheels, making it like off-kiltered. So I checked for that, and that wasn't the problem. So then, and the leaf springs and the wheels are all torqued and everything, because I just had the leaf springs replaced, and we retorqued those. Wheels are all been retorqued since I swapped out my winter tires. But yeah, that's kind of just what's been going on with this thing lately. So I'm hoping I'll make another video once I get this thing in and out of 4-wheel parts tomorrow. And I don't know if they'll have it for 1 day or 2 days or what, but hopefully whatever they change out on this thing and whatever they find will be the culprit, and that'll be the end of my vibrating problems with this thing. Got another little project on the go here too. I've been working on a custom mesh grill for the truck, but hanging up here. I was kind of busy painting it yesterday, getting one layer of paint on. I picked up this grill. It was a OEM Ford grill for these 99 to 04 trucks, and Super Duty truck, and I was going to show a video of me actually doing it, but maybe I'll post some photos in the video of like the procedure I did to do this here. But basically just had to like cut the middle of the grill out, and then I got some expanded metal from a welding shop, and I attached, or I had to cut it to size and everything, measure it and cut to size, and then I fastened the mesh to the grill shell. And I'm going to do a couple other things to this before I mount it, but right now I'm kind of just painting it and kind of just doing my little critiquing to it before I mount it to the truck. Because yeah, this grill here that I've had on this truck here, it's been on it since I bought it, and it's been broken ever since. Like, you can see like how this rattles. Like if I just grab hold of this, like this, there's like nothing, there's nothing holding the bottom in. I think at one point I had a zip tie holding this on there. I don't know if even the zip tie is even there anymore. It might have come off, but yeah, no, that's why right there. There's no, yeah, there's no fin or, yeah, right there. There's no tab holding this bottom one in, because the grill itself is cracked. It's missing the piece that clip goes in. So yeah, this will be coming off, and I'll put that new one on. Only paid 50 bucks for the grill, for this grill, and then just put the mesh and everything on myself, and then just painted it. So yeah, that'll be going on the truck in the next little while here. But yeah, and then I've got to fix some wiring on my fog lights here too. These guys here, that one, that one, that one, and that one. I have them all linked in together. They started to not work about a week ago, so I'm wondering if it's either snow in the connections or it could be just a bad switch. I think I'm going to start with the switch first and see if that fixes it. But anyways, I hope everyone had a good New Year and a Merry Christmas, and I'll let you know what goes on with this thing in the near future. Alright guys, see ya.